In my intro video, I talked about 5 key things that shaped me into the person that I am today. And right now I'm going to tell you about the first experience, which for me was bullying. And I'd say it lasted probably from 3rd grade to roughly 6th grade. And it's weird because many people see me now and I'm a personal trainer. I get good grades, I'm pretty confident about myself and my abilities, and I'm a pretty easygoing guy when I'm not in work mode. But that just was not always the case. I was extremely shy growing up. I mean, I remember I wouldn't even go into classrooms or birthday parties unless I was like the first or second person there, because I would fear like walking in and everyone staring at me, like judging me. I don't know, it was really bad. It was extremely bad when I was younger. Like I remember crying in the middle of a Christmas pageant, like my teacher had to pull me off the stage. It was terrible. What always made me the most insecure was people picking on me because I was chubby. And it's weird because I wasn't even that fat. I was just a little chubby, and I've always had a big chest. And so when I was younger and I wasn't lifting weights, it wasn't all muscle at the time. It was just like kind of flabby, like I don't know. But I'd always get picked on for having man boobs and stuff like that, and it would show when I was wearing a shirt. So just I couldn't even escape it. It really made me afraid to go to the pools, the beach, and it really sucked. Like I'd wear shirts when I went swimming because I thought that would make it a lot better, but really in reality that just made it more noticeable, because why is that kid wearing a shirt when he's swimming? But yeah, I would just be like I don't want to get sunburned, you know, the rays are harmful. But yeah, that was all just a huge cover up. But yeah, eventually I hit a point at the end of 5th grade where I realized that I'm totally in control of my weight, and I didn't want people to be teasing me and making fun of me for the rest of my life. So I said, I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna start running every morning. I'm gonna help my parents buy me healthier food so I can eat better, and I'm just really gonna take this shit to the next level. So not only am I gonna feel better about myself, but I'm gonna show all my friends that I can do this and to go fuck off. This may not have been the best motivation, but it sure as hell worked. I would freaking go to the gym all the time. I was still young though. I was like 5th, 6th grade, so like I wasn't really lifting weights necessarily, but I was running, I was doing jump rope, I was doing anything that I thought would help me burn this fat off, this baby fat. And it worked, you know. I ended up going to Europe for about 3 weeks or a month, and while I was there I was playing baseball, and I ended up losing 10 or 15 pounds. But while I was there I encountered a huge bully who took everything my friends did to the next level. Like it was way worse. I remember his name was Austin. He was from Texas, and he was probably 3 or 4 inches taller than me at the time, like 30 pounds heavier, but like muscular, like big. And I remember one time we got in an argument, and he literally picked me up and threw me against the closet door, and there's a curtain hook on it, and it literally cut like my whole back open. Like there's a 3 or 4 inch scar. So not only did the trip help me lose weight and become more confident, but it definitely strengthened my mental toughness. Maybe not the best way to do that, but essentially that's what it did. I still confronted him. I wasn't afraid of him. It was a shitty situation, but I'm glad it happened in hindsight, just because, you know, I learned a lot and it helped me grow. So 7th grade, at this point I pretty much had lost almost all my belly fat, but I was still getting teased for having a big chest. And this is because, think about it, 7th grade, most people still aren't lifting, and you're not used to seeing other kids that have muscular chests at this age. But it wasn't until high school and college that I realized that this was actually a blessing in disguise growing up. And when I look back, I'm really blessed to have been through this bullying and teasing, because yes, it made me stronger, but it also helped me develop these amazing eating habits and fitness habits I'm going to have for the rest of my life. It also put me on that path towards becoming a personal trainer, which I love. I love being a personal trainer. I think it's amazing. I have to impact and help so many different people. Another thing I learned is that if you are in the same situation, or you have been in the same situation, Not that it may be the healthiest thing to do, but if you can harness those negative emotions that you're getting from those people who bullied you or teased you or whatever it may be for you, you can use that in a positive way. You just take it and send it the other direction. I mean, when I didn't want to wake up in the morning because I was tired or something, I would just think about those kids that bullied me, that teased me for being overweight, and I sure as hell got up every single time. Another thing I learned is that the gym is my safe haven. When I'm stressed out, when I need to relieve anxiety or just energy, the gym's my place to go. I love it, and I'm so happy that I discovered this at a young age. Something I touch on in my intro video, as well as something one of my role models, Emma Lev, frequently talks about in his podcast and interviews, is the mindset and perspective of things happening for you, not to you. And this is extremely powerful, because just take my example of being bullied when I was younger. If I thought I was a victim, I was getting abused, I was getting teased all the time, I wouldn't have been in control. I wouldn't have looked at this experience as a way to improve myself, to get better, to get more fit, to develop that discipline that I use every single day of my life to better myself. So I want you guys to challenge yourselves and really try and look at the next difficult situation you're going through with that perspective of, this is happening for me, not to me. Guys, that wraps it up. I'll catch you on my next video, which is going to be about how I endured being in a full leg cast and wheelchair for the entirety of a summer during my 8th grade year.